To the local host lab, and today we are looking at Leetcode problem number 48, rotate image. So this is a very classic matrix problem. First, let's understand the problem statement and then we will look at its Java solution. So we have been given an n by n 2D matrix. So it is a square matrix. Row is equal to column, and we have to rotate the image by 90 degrees clockwise. You have to rotate the image in place, which means you have to modify the input matrix directly. You do not allocate another 2D matrix to do the rotation. So suppose I've been given this matrix, so we'll rotate it 90 degree clockwise. So this becomes this, same with this. Okay. Now see, for most of the matrix questions, now you have to think about its transpose. Now here I can see, like we are trying to rotate, right? So first let's try to figure out the pattern. So let's see. So here I have this matrix 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I have written the index of each box, of each element. Now what will happen if we take transpose of this matrix? What is transpose? Mirroring this matrix about this diagonal. So this diagonal के about you are replacing the element. See, the original matrix was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now these are swapped, these are swapped, these are swapped. You flipped the matrix about this diagonal, which gives us this matrix. And how will you flip this? So here see, 0 1 0 1 2 is 0 1, it becomes 1 0 here, 1 0, and 1 0 becomes 0 1. 4 original index was 1 0, and after taking its transpose, its index is now 0 1. So I and j are swapped. Same for 7 2 0. Its original index was 2 0. After swapping, its index is 0 2. Correct? Similarly for 3, its original index was 0 2, but after taking its transpose, it is 2 0. Now what about this 9? It stays where it is, 2 2. I and j value is same. Now here 2 1 becomes 1 2, right? So we have identified कि if we swap I and j, we'll get the transpose. Now this is not our answer. This is still not our answer. What is our answer? Let's say this is our column 1. ठीक है? C1. This is column 2. Now this is our output. 4 5 6 is in right place. If we swap these two columns, we will get our answer, right? So what we have to do is, first from the original matrix, we take its transpose. How do we take its transpose? We swap the values I and j, and then once we have the matrix, we can simply swap the columns. Okay, now let's try to code. So first let's get the n. What is n? Matrix dot length. So this is going to be my row as well as column. It is a square matrix, right? It is a square matrix. So this is my row as well as column. Now we need to take transpose, right? Transpose. How will we take? We should have two variables, two loops, I and j, two variables I and j with two loops. int j is equal to, we'll do something here, j less than n, j plus plus. Now we have to swap, right? Swap matrix comma I comma j comma j comma I. Okay, now let's write this swap method. Public void swap int matrix int I1 comma int j1 comma int I2 comma int j2. int temp may store matrix of I1 j1. Okay, now matrix of I1 j1 may will put matrix of I2 and j2. Now matrix of I2 j2 may temp. So this is a very simple method for swapping two integers. So we are also passing the matrix. What we are basically doing is we are extracting an element from the matrix and we are swapping it with another element. Simple. Now our swap is complete. Now we have to interchange the columns. Now here tell me, we are iterating from 0 to n. From where should we should initialize j? How should we initialize j? Let's see. If we initialize it with 0, so first iteration 0, I is 0, j is 0. Okay, for first iteration I is 0, and if we initialize it at a 0, so what we are swapping 0 0 0 0, then j becomes 1. Then what we are swapping 0 1 1 0, then I becomes to 0 2 2 0. Okay, then I becomes 1. Our j also becomes 0. So 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1. But we just swapped this, right, in the previous iteration. So initializing j with 0 doesn't make sense. Let's initialize it with I. Now 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 2 2 0 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2. So this works. Now what if we put I equal to 1? We see on the diagonal both are same, so we can skip that, right? We either take this part or this part. Let's take this part. If we just work on this part, we'll have our transpose. Now if we only swap these three elements with this 3, we will have the transpose, right? So this should work. Now we have to interchange these columns. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than. Now here tell me, are we to swap after middle? See, we are suppose we if we have three columns, we only have to swap the first and the last column. If we have four columns, we have to swap the first column with the last column, second last with second column with second last column, right? So we only have to take half. We don't want to iterate through all the columns. We only have to take half. Because if we iterate till half, this will ensure that we have already interchanged the column, right? We don't have to go beyond half. So this will be n by 2 j plus plus. Now for j is equal to 0, now we have to swap what? Matrix I comma j comma I comma n minus j minus 1. Oh, sorry, I missed to initialize it. So this works. I hope you understood this problem. Thank you for watching.